Hey everyone, it's Megan. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a book haul, and it's going to include a book outlet unboxing at the end, so stick around maybe. So I have 17 books to share with you that I've collected over the last 3 months, January, February, March. I do have several other books on my shelf that I have picked up during the last 3 months, but I tried to just pick out the most interesting and just a nice selection of what I've picked up. So the first few are from a local independent bookstore. Get started. First one I picked up is The Mothman Prophecies. This was $3.50, based on true events. I'm really into those, stories about creatures, Bigfoot, Loch Ness Monster, stuff like that. And I watched the movie several years ago, and it was pretty creepy. So when I saw this there, I thought that was a book I would like to read. I'm just going to toss all these books onto my bed because I've got books everywhere. So next I picked up George Orwell's 1984. I have never read it before. I paid full price, but I know like everyone's picking this up and reading it right now, so I figured they had some copies. Probably want to hold on to it, so it was worth paying full price for. Next, this was on one of the clearance tables, The Un-Americans, stories by Molly Antipole. Yeah, I know nothing about it really, but it caught my eye. And does anyone else like holding on to the receipts? My obsession with paper stuff. But I also picked this one up off the sale table. Everything is Illuminated by Jonathan Safran Foer. I've never read anything by him, but I've heard a lot of good reviews. And this one I'm really excited about. I have been wanting to get a copy of this for a really long time. Again, I've never read it, but I've been wanting to, and usually they're really expensive or not in great shape or whatever. But again, I found this on the clearance table, and I think I spent $5.99 on it. And I'm really excited. It's a really nice copy. Little star, blue and yellow, my favorite colors. Also, from the bookstore on the clearance shelf, The Garden of My Iman by Farhana Zia. I believe this is it's middle reader fiction about a Muslim girl, just her struggles in middle school, and she likes a boy and a new girl who's also Muslim in town, and I like to pick up books, diverse books, and especially maybe books that are not as well known, that you haven't heard as much about. I like to support lesser known authors and indie authors. So, and now we are on to books that I got on Bookmooch. I don't, if any of you are not familiar with Bookmooch, it's kind of like paperbackswap.com. Bookmooch.com is a website where you can list books that you are done reading and trade them for books that other people have, and you get 1 point as soon as someone mooches a book from you, and it is 1 point to mooch a book from someone within your own country, 3 points to mooch from people outside of your country. So I picked up John Steinbeck's The Winter of Our Discontent. If you saw my Tome Topple TBR video, you will know that I love John Steinbeck. I've never read this one. It was recommended to me because it will fit the Pop Sugar reading challenge of read a book with a season in the title, and I believe it also fits for the challenge about reading a book that takes place during a holiday other than Christmas, because this has it starts on like Memorial Day and ends on Labor Day or something like that, and the holidays have a major part. They have to do with the plot, so that will fill 2 challenges for me. So I am looking forward to checking that out. I also picked up Good Hair by Benilda Little. Benilda? I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I know nothing about this. This was a cover mooch. I thought it had a really cool cover, and I believe it's an African American female author. This was book stack is falling. A Dollar General find. I'm not going to try to take the sticker off right now because that does not look like a friendly sticker that's going to come off nice. Okay, I am going to try to take the sticker off, and it is coming off pretty nicely. I lied, I got it off. So this is Oh Africa by Andrew Lewis Kahn. It's just a plain black cover underneath with the red. But this one was also, it was a book, as you saw, and I liked the cover. And it has these pretty pen papers. Now this one, this was not only a cover by, but also like I was really curious if it was going to be handled, like race issues were going to be handled well. It does say something in here. Follows two filmmakers on an unlikely journey while exploring the complexities of race, class, sexuality, and success in early 20th century America. I'm not sure if this is a great example of a book that handles race well, but I was curious and I liked the cover, so. I now have a few books that I picked up off my library sale shelf. This one also was a cover buy, or a cover buy. It was like, I think their hardcovers are $2. Razor Girl by Carl Hiaasen. My 11-year-old has read several of his books, like Hoot and Flush, and they're like environmental adventure, I guess you could call them. But I really liked the cover, and when I read the synopsis, it looked interesting. The actual cover is blue, so I picked up a couple Debbie Macomber books. I used to read Debbie Macomber faithfully when my kids were younger, probably, maybe a decade ago. I read like all her Cedar Cove books, and she has another series. I don't remember right this second what it's called. Something to do with a garden, Blossom Street. Yeah. So I really enjoyed those books, and I went back and I read a few of her older books that were more like just romance related. But her books are always, and I don't have a problem with erotica or more explicit books. I like those too. But sometimes it's nice just to read a sweet, romantic or family-oriented or neighborhood-oriented type. Not complicated, and you get to know these characters and the town and their friends, and it's not high drama, it's just nice. And so I picked up a couple of, I think they're both more recent books. Love Letters, a Rose Harbor novel. I know nothing about Rose Harbor. I guess that's another series about a little town or something. And A Girl's Guide to Moving On. I think this is a very recent one, 2016. I know nothing about it. I know I like it because I like Debbie Macomber. So next, this was a book I received as a RAK, a random act of kindness. I'm in several groups on Facebook revolved around reading and books, and so in a couple of those groups, we have like an Amazon, a list of our Amazon wish lists, and someone can just decide to send you a random act of bookishness kindness. And so I received A Darker Shade of Magic by V. Schwab. I haven't read any of her books yet. Did borrow This Savage Song from the library, but my 12-year-old got a hold of it and read it, and I didn't get a chance to, and I just have not picked it back up. But this I've been hearing a lot about, and it sounds really good. And I'm not really a huge fantasy person, but I do like parallel universes and stuff like that, so I'm hoping that I'll be able to enjoy this one. Now I have 4 books from Goodwill. Got another Debbie McCumber, and I'm going to take off. I actually left the stickers on there because I'm excited by how easy these stickers are to remove. They recently switched over from pricing the books themselves with the little price gun stickers that are like kind of hard to, you have to scrape them off. Now they have a separate company, I guess, sorting and pricing the books and everything, and they have these stickers, and they have the little color on the side, and every week, a lot of Goodwills do this, but every week a different color sticker is on sale. So, for example, if it's gray week, then it's 50% off. So I probably only paid 50 cents for this, and they come off so easily, and that just makes me happy as a bookish person who buys lots of used books. So yeah, oh, this is another Rose Harbor novel, Silver Linings. I have no idea what the order of these Rose Harbor books are, or if it's going to matter. Looks like there's a list in here, or like they have the pictures, and they usually have the books in order. So I don't know if I'm going to try to make sure I get all those in order before I start reading them. But next, A Lesson Before Dying by Ernest Gaines. I've heard a lot about important African American literature, and that's one of my goals for this year, is to catch up on all the African American literature that I have missed in my life. This one, and of course this sticker is going to give me a little trouble since I was just saying how wonderful these stickers are. The Falls by Joyce Carol Oates. Now, Joyce Carol Oates, I've never read anything by her, and for some reason I find it surprising that she's still writing. I feel like I feel like maybe I had to read a short story by her or something in high school, and I feel like authors that I read in high school should be dead or ancient. So for some reason, I find it really surprising that she's still writing. And I actually recently picked up her newest book from the library, and it sounds, oh, I just noticed there's another sticker on there. Anyway, I'll have to get that off later. So the newest one sounds really interesting. I don't remember anything about this, but it sounded really interesting when I found it at Goodwill. I picked up Honolulu by Alan Brennert, and this is some sort of historical fiction dealing with Hawaii, and I find the history of Hawaii to be really interesting, and I really want to learn more about that subject. And it's just a beautiful cover. I have my book outlet unboxing. I just got this box right before I started this video, so I stripped off the tape, but I have not looked inside of it yet, and I kind of remember what I ordered, but I've also put in several orders lately, so. Okay, so the first book is Don Quixote, and it was definitely a scratch and bend sale. As you can see, it's got a tear there, and the side is kind of messed up, but I think I paid $4.99 for this huge book. Next, The Museum of Extraordinary Things by Alice Hoffman. This has something to do with like a kind of like a freak show, or I heard about it from Jen Campbell's channel, and I really like those kinds of stories, so I decided to check it out. No, it's not. It's not Waiting to Exhale, same author. Terry McMillan, Mama. I've never read anything by her, and I noticed that this one was there on sale, so for colored girls who have considered suicide when the rainbow is enough by okay, it's okay. I'm not gonna try. I'm not gonna try her last name, and I've heard a lot about this. Choreo poem. I don't know what that is. And finally, I'm really excited about this one. I think I first saw this on Amazon as recommended to me based on other things I bought. It's called Mishling by Affinity Konar, and it is a novel based on atrocities done to twins sent to Auschwitz by Joseph Mengele. Mengele? Another last name I'm not sure about. But anyway, I've really been interested in this, and I'm really looking forward to picking that up. And again, I just think that's a beautiful, simple cover. I'll be doing another book haul probably at the beginning of May for what I picked up in April. Yeah, that's all I have for you today. And thank you if you watched the whole thing. I'm at 26 minutes. Hopefully I can edit that down a bit. But thank you very much if you watched this whole thing. And if you did enjoy it, I'd really appreciate it if you could give me a thumbs up. And if you've read any of these books, please comment below. I'd love to hear what you thought of them. If you haven't already, please subscribe so that you can get a notification when I do some more videos. Thank you. Have a great day.